Hey, what's going on YouTube? My name is Mike Dollars. I'm an entrepreneur, a motivational speaker, and a life coach. Hey, listen, I want to tell you guys a story this evening. And anytime I've ever told this story, I've always had to start it off by saying that I know exactly what I seen that night. All right. Tell you a little bit about myself. Back in 1994, when I was only 13 years old, my mother sent me to her home country of Africa. All right. When I got there, the living conditions wasn't up to my standards or what I thought I thought it was gonna be, but most importantly, the most interesting thing that I experienced or encountered in Africa, which were many things, but this one in particular, 2 years later, 1996, okay, I was 15 years old. And on this one particular and strange night, because over there, our weekends start on Wednesday and we come back to school on Friday. Okay, we go to school from Friday to Wednesday. So, make a long story short, we was at this place called the Yellow House. All right? And Yellow House was like the American males' dormitory at that time. Okay, and there was this one particular house down the street that had a store connected to it. And I knew the people in that store, and they kind of took me in as one of their own. And I'm talking about I had it down to a science where if I go to the front gate of the Yellow House where we used to stay, and I look to my right at nighttime, if I see light on the ground, I know that the store is open. If you don't see that light on the ground, the store is closed. So like I said, this one Wednesday night, we at the Yellow House, we jamming, we listening to American music, we drinking green tea, we talking about what we gonna do when we come back to America, etc., etc. So next thing I know, one of the older dudes, he gave me 100 francs, which is the equivalent of like 25 cents to go get a bag of sugar to make some Kool-Aid. And I already knew that the store was closed, so I told him, I said, bro, the store closed, man. Do you see what time it is? And for some strange reason, it seemed like something divine came over him because I've never seen this individual that peaceful and that calm. You know what I'm saying? He never did anything to me, but, hey, I'm just making an observation. He was like, just go anyway. Okay. Mind you, it's like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. We're in the middle of the Sahara Desert. The sand is cold, so I'm walking around barefooted because that's what all the kids used to do, you know what I'm saying? Used to run around barefooted, etc., etc. So I start walking down the street and I'm feeling like the coolness of the sand on my feet. So the whole time I'm walking down the street, I'm like just talking to myself saying that, hey man, I told this man the store's closed. The store is closed. You know what I'm saying? What else you want me to do? So the store had a flight of steps. So I walk up the flight of steps, look at the door, which was closed because the store was closed. And I say to myself again, I told him the store was closed. And immediately after I said that, I noticed that I made a left turn, started walking down the steps, and then I made the right to go back up to the Yellow House. And as I'm walking back up to the Yellow House, it seemed like a great presence came over me and started giving me instructions verbatim. Okay? I'm talking about, it was like something was talking to me like, keep walking towards the Yellow House. And then the next thing I know, something said to me, just keep walking, don't look back. And at this point, I'm like saying to myself, like, man, who the hell is this talking to me? Ain't nobody out here. The streets are dark. Okay, after a certain time of night, even the street lights go out. So it's dark out there. The only thing the only light that I have out there pretty much is like the moon and the stars, and you see plenty of those. You know what I'm saying? So after I heard that command, I kept walking, and something told me, don't look back, keep walking, don't be afraid. And I'm noticing whatever this presence is getting closer and closer and closer to me, okay? To the point where the last command it gave me was like, don't run. And immediately after that, whatever this was, it wasn't even like off in the distance. This was like above me, 12 to 14 feet in the sky, to the point where, just imagine this, like it was demanding my attention. I had no choice but to look up like this right here. And like I said, man, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. It was dark. You know what I'm saying? Whatever this was, it lit up the area as if it was 12 o'clock noon. Not so much as dust, leaves, or anything lifted up off of the ground. I felt the sand on my feet start to heat up. I felt the sand on my feet start to heat up. My body started to perspire. And man, let me tell you, God is my witness. If I'm lying, I'm dying and flying and frying all at the same damn time. But I ain't lying, because like I said, I was only 15 at the time. I wasn't experimenting with any tobacco products or any alcohol products at that time. So my conscience was clear. Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yeah, it was clear. And man, let me tell you, man, it was like I was so scared that I wasn't scared. I wanted to run, but didn't want to run all at the same time. And like I said, man, whatever this was, man, it lit up the whole area like it was daytime. Like it was daytime. Okay. And like I said, I had no choice but to look up at it like this. And one thing, and just imagine this, right? Just look at the position of my head. Okay. As it's starting to move down the street, my head starts to come back down like this. And I notice as it's getting further away from me, that particular area is turning back dark. My body temperature started to cool back down. The sand on my feet started to cool back down. And man, let me tell you, man, it was just like one of those moments where it's like, okay, well, if I done survived it up to this point, then obviously it ain't here to do anything harmful to me, so I might as well just watch the rest of the show. So like I said, as it's going down the street and the area I'm in is going back to dark, it's cooling down, but the area that it was going into, I noticed that it was illuminating all the street lights. It was like turning all the street lights on and illuminating that area. And man, like I say, man, whatever this was, bro, I know, cause see, I had a wristwatch on at the time, a Casio. What was that? My older brother gave it to me, man. That was like when the Casio G-Shocks first came out and became popular. I had one of them. It had the illuminated screen. So I hit the illumination button and it showed me what time it is. And man, let me tell you, bro, I stood in that same spot, unshook and unafraid. I know that part of that part of Africa got hyenas, wild dogs. At that point, I wasn't scared of nothing. Whatever this was, it took all of the fear out of me, man. You know what I'm saying? Like real talk. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, as it's getting further and further down the street, it's illuminating that area, turning on the street lights. And I stood there for about like at least a good 20 minutes, man, because it was like the scariest, but yet the best moment of my life. Best moment of my life. Then next thing I know, all of a sudden I actually seen it, because for some strange reason I even had a sense and a feeling that whatever this was, it was watching me and it knew that I was watching it. So it seemed like at the end it kind of like teased me, right? It went up like this right here. And that was it. That was it. Remind you, like I said, when I left the Yellow House was jumping, man. We would listen to Biggie, you know what I'm saying? Back in the day, we would listen to Nas, you know what I'm saying? We would listen to that real hip hop. The Yellow House was jumping when I left. But when I came back, everything was dead, bro. Everybody was asleep, wasn't hardly no lights on. Then it led me to believe, like, okay, well, how long was I out there? Was I just standing in that one spot? Did it take me somewhere and bring me back? I don't know. Even the next day, when I tried to give the dude his money back because I just simply wasn't able to get the sugar, it was as if he didn't even know what I was talking about. Like, what you talking about? You going crazy? You okay? You need help? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that type. You know what I'm saying? It was a very beautiful experience, I would say that, man. How many people out there who have had a similar experience, who even believes in this type of stuff, man? Because like I say, man, my mama from Egypt, my mama from Africa, so we in tune to this type of stuff anyway. You know what I'm saying? I got more videos to come in reference to things like this. I've even seen an angel. 2016, truck driver in Chicago. Truck had to go into the shop for repairs. They put me up in a hotel. I wake up, and for some strange reason, man, anytime I had these like crazy encounters and stuff, it always happened at about like 2, 3, maybe 4 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? You know, whoever wants to hear that video, I'm gonna make it anyway. I'm gonna make it anyway, man, because, you know what I'm saying, I got at least 2 to 3 more videos like this that I wanna give you guys. Like I say, man, this ain't always about making money, man. And this ain't always about talking about problems either. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got to be well-rounded in your knowledge about everything in the universe. That's just the way it is, and you can't be afraid of anything, man. Starseed, stand up. You know, awakened beings, stand up. Where you at? Come out of hiding. We need you. You know what I'm saying? Especially the older ones, especially the ones that, you know, that stood the test of time, and, you know, the ones who earned their stripes. You know? By the way, ladies, man, I don't know if y'all can see it, man. I went and got it cleaned up for the ladies, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's for you, baby. Yeah, them nice thick waves, them nice thick cut. I told you I was gonna clean it up for you, baby. Told you to give me a little time, you know, I'm gonna go get in that chair. But man, that's neither here nor there, man. I hope you guys enjoyed my story. Like I said before, I was only 15 years old. I wasn't even experimenting with tobacco products, weed, alcohol, so my conscience was clear. I know what I saw, you know, and that's just what it is. You can call me crazy, you can call me whatever. You can say that, oh, the government is gonna come and knock on my door and take me to a secret location. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I need to change the scenery anyway. But hey, man, you guys stay up, stay blessed. You know what I'm saying? Stay peaceful with one another. I love you guys. Peace.